Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out with the T26 E4 here, just finishing up a couple seconds here. Hopefully everybody had a good holiday weekend. Alright, let's get ready in the KV, or not the KV2, T26 E4. Hello Gary and Doug, nice to see you guys. I know I'm starting here a little bit early. I got home a little bit sooner than expected. Which I actually, saying that, like the 107, I actually, like, I mainly stick with the dirt gun because that's, you know, the KV2 is hilarious with it. But I actually used the 107 for quite some time when I first started playing the tank. You know, they're both viable guns on it. It's just most of the time you're playing a KV2 to, you know, use the derp gun. But it's not a bad option. I'm not surprised that he has 3 marks with the, you know, the 107 on it. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, everyone had a good weekend. I've been extremely busy, you know, running around between, you know, different you know, holiday parties for my family. I haven't exactly had a free moment at all, but it's been fun. I just came from my mom's side of the family at their place. You're welcome, Gigi. Yeah, hopefully, you know, anyone who would. Hello, Abdul. And Cookie, nice to see you guys too. Um, yeah, I decided, you know, last stream, whoever had entered, our lucky winner was Abdul here, winning the, you know, the new German 7 or Tier 7 TD. I figured everyone deserved, you know, some sort of gift for the holiday. So tonight, actually, I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. You know, if anybody wants to enter, it doesn't matter any point during the stream. Just enter your username, server, and I'm gonna copy them all down. And one person is gonna win 6,500 gold. Again, the only places I can't gift is the Russian server, and also on console I can't do Xbox, but I can do PS4. But yeah, if anyone had entered and you didn't see a gift arrive, sometimes they don't email you now. If you receive a gift for some reason, it's a little bug. So you just go into the premium shop, and at the top little bar you'll see, you know, your gifts, and you had to hit accept. Which, thank you for the people as well who, you know, gave me some presents as well. It was a nice, you know, it was a nice thing to see over the weekend. Even Ryan, she enjoyed hers as well. So thank you very much, guys. She might pop in during the stream here, but she actually, she's a little ill, so she might not, you know, pop in here and say thank you. But she, you know, she was grateful. Thank you, guys. She woke up with a pretty nasty stomach bug this morning. Hello, Parker. Nice to see you there. Sorry, T29. I'm not going to block you here for long. Ooh, I was about to say that's a really iffy shot. I would have taken it, but make sure shit, I could have gotten a shot there. Ooh, Mr. T20. But I'm still kicking. I will say I've been, you know, I basically cooked for like 5 or 6 hours yesterday. You know, cooking at home, a pretty long process for cooking for 21 people. But I've been exhausted. I drank my first Red Bull here like an hour ago in, I don't know, for like 5 years. Hello, Gordon. And it's never fun being sick over Christmas. Luckily, yeah, I'm just exhausted. I'm not sick or anything, fortunately. Alright, so our other flank kind of folded, which isn't too surprising. I'd very much like to get this SPG out. But honestly, at this point, it's not worth it. Alright. T-34. Oh shit, he was moving. I was about to say, I'll... Like, Black Prince, really? We're in the frickin' open. Did you really have to drive straight up behind me there? It's just, yeah, this is gonna be hard to come back from, only because it's, you know, it's very difficult for me to get shots off here without taking damage, but really I kind of picked the wrong flank here. I have no idea what this Black Prince is doing now, to be honest. Like, A, driving behind me like that, but B, he's not even trying to poke up here, so screw him. I'm gonna sit behind him here, to be honest. Oh shit, I bounced off a T-20. That's never good. But, yeah, there's nothing I can do here now. Ooh, crap. I can exact a revenge on Artie, maybe? There we go. Screw you, Artie. I guess Cookie. I'm hoping, you know, it's just like a 24-hour thing. But, we'll see. Alright, let me hop into WZ-111. I wanted to get a match in. I just need to set this crew in that I keep forgetting to switch over to it. Europa, isn't that a game, Parker? It's like almost like a Civilization game or something like that, I think. Thank you very much, Uber. But I also have some, well, this was part of my Christmas present. It's like a custom Catan. It's a pretty cool board game glass, but we have a bunch of them now. It's actually pretty interesting to game. But I have some, my brothers-in-laws brought some homemade eggnog. It's pretty high on the alcoholic content, but I've enjoyed it, so you never know what you'll see tonight. But I'll keep mentioning, you know, if anybody wants to enter tonight with your username in the chat and also just your server. I'll mention it a few other times in case people get here a little late, since I have started a little bit early tonight. No problem, Abdul. It's like, luckily, I was glad it wasn't bundled. Granted, if it was just bundled, you would have, honestly, you would have got a lot of little extras. But since it wasn't bundled, it allowed me to, you know, give gifts to everybody who had entered. So I was very thankful for that. Oh, you little devil. There we go. I was about to say, I wish I had an HE round loaded first. Shit, now he pulled back. Here we go. I'll still whack him there. 586 damage. Very nice. He's probably not too happy, though. Always use your HE rounds if you can. I'll see if I can... Shit, there's a T-2065. I know where he's at, I just can't... Shit, I just lost my... Ooh, I highly doubt anyone's even gonna help me either. Nope, nobody's probably going to help me here get out of this. I'm just going to keep getting perma-tracked here, and I'm going to die. Awesome. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Whew, there we go. Just barely. It's just, we have a lot of people sitting behind me, but they have no real desire to push up, it seems like. I'll be better off fighting over here, because maybe not. Until this IS-6... Okay, he's actually pushing up. There we go. I was about to say, until someone actually pushes up further, I can't fight too effectively there. Yeah, I can play the KV2, Gordon. That stinks, your video card right around the holidays too. Holy shit. My HE round almost looked like it bounced off of him. Trying to... There we go. You can look online. There's a couple little things showing how to craft specific things. Words. Essentially, it all comes down to kind of luck and also, you know, kind of crafting with similar components to get, you know, a specific thing. However, there is going to be, if you look on Holiday Ops in the premium shop, you'll see some grayed out boxes on the left and right. They're going to become available, I believe, the 30th, if I'm not mistaken. And you're going to be able to buy specific, you know, parts of the tree or the Snowitzer. So if you are missing something, you can go that route. And it actually looks like you're going to get gold at a really good value as well through that option. But really your best bet is to just, you know, try to craft with similar things that you're trying to get, you know, the levels before it. And that should help you out in that regard. Holy shit, I bounced off his lower plate. That must have been a really, really low roll for that to have happened. There we go. I was about to say that was a little bit odd. I'm gonna head back this way. But it is kind of random, more or less. So, you know, you can really, you know, it might take some time to get them, but you know, they kind of want you to spend money as well if you do want that last level. So it's just, it is really easy to get the 9 and then kind of get stuck there. So a lot of people have been kind of having that problem. Yep, nobody's looking at that, you know, the cap. Fortunately, I start heading back, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to, you know, stop them more than once, which fortunately that should be all I need. It shouldn't be the prototype over here. It should be, you know, something small that I can take my time dealing with. Like the E25. Oh shit. I was about to say that. I reset him, but kind of stinks that, you know, 0 damage critical hit is never fun. And now we got an already staring at me. That's never good. Huh, which when did... It's like the base is still capping, which I thought it still stopped unless they changed that. Beats me. I thought it stops whenever you get on the cap, but I guess they do not do that anymore. Hello, John Doe. And hello, Hipster. Nice to see you as well. I guess got a ton more of these things, but at least we won the battle here. Probably spent a little bit too much on ammunition for what I was wanting to do, but yeah, pretty expensive. Alright, so next up, KV2 for a request. But yeah, if there's any requests, I'll gladly take them. Like, I'm going to pop a few tanks I want to play in here, but otherwise, you know, any request is welcome tonight, as long as I have the tank. But yeah, that last level 9 to 10 is the hardest to get. Just because the probability of you getting that one last ornament is, it's not extremely low, but it's low enough to make it very, very hard. Like, some people, you know, are paranoid and say, oh, they're doing it and you can't get that last one without spending money. Kind of false, but, you know, at the end of the day, you will have a chance to get it either by grinding out, you know, that last little slot, or basically, you know, buying a specific one, you know, once the next packages come up on the, I think the 30th again. Okay, like I thought I remembered them way back when stopping in standard battle too, but yeah. Like, I know it does it in encounter, yes, but yeah. Which I haven't, like I said, I haven't had any time here. Like, I've either been cleaning, cooking, out, family events, whatnot. I haven't been able to update my schedules, you know, on my website and also the images here, but I do have it, you know, in the video description below. I'll be streaming tomorrow 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. EST, and then the next day 8 to 11 a.m. Wednesday essentially, Friday 6 to 8 p.m. and then I'll be streaming Sunday a little bit later, around this time, 8 to 11 I believe p.m. I actually do have it. I'm just waiting for a camouflage sale, honestly, because there should be one coming up here for New Year's most likely. I actually, which thank you again, got gifted a couple things as well, and I have a lot of credits now. I actually can afford to buy the T-57 Heavy, but I'm waiting for, you know, that to go on sale this weekend. So we should have that 15% off. That'll save me about 1 million credits. I hope I don't get whacked here, but the other side I wasn't too content with staying there. Hello Dana, nice to see you. But I do have, as far as new tanks for this stream, I do have the Russian SU-100Y Premium TD, and also the Tier 7 SU-122-44. They're ready to go. My team be pushing in hard. Let me see if this Emil pops out, but I'm not going to hold my breath here. I'll try. I'm going to give it a shot and push around here. If I get picked off, whatever. But, yeah. This is one of those matches where you kind of have to play it safe in a way, but sometimes, like, I took that one shot, so now I can die pretty quickly. I'm still just... I'm going to try to mainly just stay alive, and just in case my team does run into some problems, I can kind of help them out a little bit. What are they afraid of with this IS-3? Here we go. I just did something useful there. But yeah, it should be this Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest, where the sales come into play. It's almost guaranteed that they're going to happen. You know, nothing's ever 100% till it's announced, but I think Wargaming would piss off quite a few people if they don't do it. Really? A, I didn't shoot him in time, but B, my dude freaking shot me. Like, thanks. So sorry for the crappy KV2 match. Yeah, I'll try to pop into that a little bit later since... Oh, if he didn't shoot me, because I knew I could take one shot, I could have survived that hit. Well, yeah, low-tier Swedish tanks are pretty bad. As far as Christmas goes, Gordon, I got quite a few things I wanted. Like, I got a couple things for that game Catan that I guess, you know, that glass, but a couple other things for it. I got a lot of power tools since I do a lot of stuff around the house here, and my parents surprised me, primarily my dad. I got PlayStation VR, so virtual reality. I wasn't expecting to get it since that thing it's not exactly a cheap thing, but I only got to test that out for like 15 minutes because I've been so busy, but it looks pretty cool so far. I think the best thing of it was my 80-something-year-old grandmother trying it, because a lot of people tried it the other night when they were here, because my dad's like, oh, I bought this, I want to play with it, and she tried it out. It was actually pretty funny. She was, you know, we just put her in something where she didn't have to move or control or anything, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, Settlers of Catan. I actually, on my other website, like I have WoT Guru here, menzgaming.com. I have a section on it for World of Warships, but I have a section for Settlers of Catan actually too. I have a lot of guides and, you know, like board setups for it. I have pretty much all the expansions and whatnot for Catan. It's a really cool board game if you like something that requires a little bit of thought. Very nice. I actually hit something. Do you want to try again, IS2? I don't want to angle that much here. This is just one of those matches where our team is extremely focused in the north, so I usually try to contain myself a little bit, because really I just want to not lose this side, and at least in the beginning I hope that they do well enough to win over there. And then now that this is kind of playing out a little bit, this side looks semi-weak as well, but this KV5 kind of throws a little wrench into my plans here. Let's angle slightly. So as far as bouncing an IS-2, I can on most of my front. I don't got gun depression. Here we go. Since if I over angle this, he will be able to penetrate me. Let's just keep him. Alright, let's see if I can hit him before he... No, I'm not going to be able to get him. Oh shit, I do have an M4 Rev here. Ravioli, whatever you want to call it. I should be able to whack him for a pretty penny there. This guy is going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm going to try to keep him where I can see him. He's tracked. Very nice. Come on. You ain't getting out of here. I was trying to splash him off the wall. He should be dead with that. Thank you very much. So that worked out pretty well. Couldn't shoot him, but I could ram him. I guess whatever counts. Sorry that I splashed it a little bit there, Tiger, but did more damage to him. So if you can he could one-shot him, but that's a hard shot for the 112 now. Hello, Marshmallow. Nice to see you. Oh, funnily enough, like we play it pretty seriously, but I actually, not to say I always win, but it's usually a contest between me and Ryan. So usually we are bitter rivals. We don't trade or really do anything with each other. It's kind of like all negotiations are off between us. I should be safe to engage here. Thank you for the subscription, Marshmallow. But if anybody wants a family board game, that they want something that kids and adults will have fun with, as far as it being complex but also easy to pick up, and it never gets old. Settlers of Catan, it's just called Catan now, is I think one of the better board games. That guy fell over. It's really fun. Yeah, the Oho is pretty hard to pen with a lower tier. It's also hard to actually play it too. With the lack of gun depression. But pretty decent match here. Most amount of damage in the match. 3 kills, a little bit of block, a little assist. I'll take that for an Oho. I'm getting a little bit closer to the Type 4 Heavy. I'll probably have it by the time that they buff it. So why don't I'll pop back into the KV2 here, since that last match was a dud. Do I want to... I think I want safe stowage, but I'm waiting to see if I can get it a little bit cheaper. Yeah, those names, that was back when I platooned with them. It was back when I was in, I think, VPG, the clan, when I did Clan Wars, and I actually did tournaments and everything back then. I used to platoon with, like you said, Duke Wolf, Sagata. There's a guy, FV4202, and Dunmore. We had a little group where it was like kind of like our team. Yeah, I can play the E25 next up, Marshmallow. And nice. Well, it's nice to see another person that likes Catan. I just got my E25 recently, so I'll gladly hop into it. I do not have the Panther 2 yet, no. I'm almost done the grind. Like, I haven't gotten to play since the last stream. But essentially my plan, like, I'm waiting to buy tanks until they go on sale here. I should have enough credits to pick up the T-57 Heavy, the Tier 7 German medium in that line for the Leopard, so the VK3001 something. And then I should have credits to get the Panther 2 very soon after that. Essentially with this sale, if I wait for it, I'll have plenty of credits to get all these tanks next up in my lines. But yeah, I am very close to, moving on. Oh, it's a very small sliver. Should I try it? What the hell? Man, it fell way short. Oh, I was gonna see if I got lucky there. It's a board game. Catan. Unfortunately, I don't have the T10, Mr. Cactus. I have the IS, IS7, IS4, IS3, but I don't have, the ST1 or the T10. I had ground through those lines before they actually released both of those tanks. I plan on purchasing them back at some point. Since I have so many tanks right now I need to buy, it's kind of like, which one do I get? That little bugger. Nobody's gonna pick him up either. This is gonna be bad for me. It's like I need to be up here because our team's getting shredded in the center. Ah, crap. I'm getting pushed on. Yep. This is not going to go well. Even with one-shotting that dude. This E-25 is going to pull up. Yep. And he's going to pepper me down here. See if I can look him off. Nope. Yeah, this is a classic case. Our team, you know, most of our top tiers here, they're just all sitting on this side. And this is the flank that you want to win. If you lose this, you just get annihilated from the side. But, oh well. Did a little bit of damage, but died. Extremely quickly. But what can you do? Alright, so E25, I think, was the next request. That's very nice, Parker. I do not have the KV3 cookie, no. Closest I have of that's the KV... I forget the... Whatever, the premium tier 5 KV. KV 122? Something like that. Glad you like it, Mr. Cactus. You know, I have a lot of people asking for the T10 and stuff like the ST1. I'm going to be... it's going to be before a year, Doug. But, yes. It is on my radar to get. I kind of do the same thing a lot of times, Marshmallow. I'll start out with a premium round just to make sure my first... you know, first shell will penetrate. Then I swap over to something a little differently. Or no, I don't have... KV-122 I don't have. I'm just drawing a blank when it comes to the tier 5 KV-1 with the KV-3 hull. Like I said, I'm kind of exhausted here. I drank a Red Bull, drank eggnog, and for those of you who have watched my stream a lot, I don't do caffeine and I don't really drink, so... I'm in uncharted waters here. I have a ton of people sitting back here. I don't want to push up, however... Here we go. I got a comet. I'm not going to shoot until that bush is... But a little bit too late. He dropped down. T-150 dropped down. But if the bush is not transparent, typically when you fire, you won't be seen. Let's get behind this rock to kind of make my escape. But a lot of times the E25, not that I've had it for very long, I find it best played, especially if you have camouflage on your crew trained up a bit. Almost like an active spotter, because it's very hard to spot even while moving. And then finding a spot for you to kind of zip in and do damage after you kind of spot for your team. It really fills in well when your team doesn't have, you know, that light tank spotting a lot of people for you. Crap, 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 crap. Ah, well, hello, kinky little maid. Someone looks like they banned you already, so thank you very much. Uber. Yeah, KV220. Thank you very much. Yeah, the T10, it's like I actually sold that tank back when it was, what, the IS-8? And it was actually a pretty bad tank back when I sold it, with, you know, which is why I do not have it now. Oh lord, this is gonna hurt a little bit if he actually hits me, which he probably will. gonna help clear out the center here. Just because this bulldog should be able to spot this Rudy for me. Now reminder, the Rudy is going to come towards me. Just want to keep him away from me so he can't ram me. That way I can use my DPM. Ooh, Lord. There we go. Took one extra shot I did not want to there. So now I gotta adjust accordingly, since I'm basically one-shottable by quite a few things here. Oh, that poor soul. That tank's so large and hard to hide. Alright, time to swap over to APCR for some of these guys. Feels so nice being in an E25 and annoying the piss out of people after being shot by these frickin' things for so long. Oh, never mind. He's a goner. Yeah, I can play the SG-100Y. I'm glad you like the Excelsior. That match I had in it was pretty spectacular. That couldn't have came at a better time for wargaming, I should say. Alright, just because of his turret, I'm gonna use APCR here. Since my team's ahead, I'm not too worried about pushing out here. Nope, never mind. This guy's, I think he's just like, fuck it. Honestly. I think that T-32 is like, it's not worth it. I'm just going to rush out here. I might die here, but I might also get a little bit of assist damage. Nope, he did not even see me. Awesome. He's probably gonna see me now. Nope. Still didn't spot me. This thing, it's just its camouflage value is, even while firing, a lot of TDs used to have this, but they never nerfed it on the 825, and that's why it's pretty much broken, since they never changed the camouflage values while it's moving around or firing. Whereas a lot of TDs now, the non-premium ones, you know, have that bad camouflage and they're a lot easier to spot. There we go. So pretty decent match here. Yeah, the evil side of me in the E25. Now you see why I always aim at these damn things when I see them in a match. It's easier just to get them out of the way and not to have to deal with them. Which, hell, got an Ace Tanker award in this. And I also completed a mission I needed too, so I'm just going to save this replay real quick so I don't forget about it. High caliber award, 3,400 damage. And yeah, made a lot of credits as well. Okay, so let me get these screenshots saved. Just now that I'm finally going to have some time coming up here in the next week or two, I need to catch up on replays again. Because I don't have too many regular videos releasing between streams here. Alright, so since someone requested the KV3, I'll hop into this. It's not the same. Which, if there's any other requests, the SG-100Y from Gary. If there's anything after the SG-100Y, I'll gladly hop into that as well. Here, I can fix that, GG. Oh wait, maybe never mind, that didn't, thought that might delete the message. Sorry, I just saw your thing, GG, joining the queue. I'll do that, next up. I just saw that, Doug, thanks. Yeah, I thought, yeah, it just had deleted the message. So yeah, after this I'll do the SG-100Y. If there's anything after that, even if it's already been requested and I've played it, I'll gladly hop back into it. But I'm just going to sprinkle a couple tanks I'm grinding, like the Panther and other things throughout the stream here. Ooh, Lord. Oh my god. The gun on this thing really limits this. Don't know if this guy's even playing. Yes, he is. It's just, I would go down the 1-2 line, but since we don't have many people here, it is a risk leaving kind of the backside open, but I also find it kind of does the same, like I'm pushing a little bit harder than I typically would because I'm in the KV-220. If you kind of push up this way, oh shit, this guy's this way, only because you can pull people back and they won't push as far on your side, or if they do push the one line hard, they kind of turn around into you. So it has its ups and downs doing what I'm doing here. But so far, when I've done it, it's actually worked out surprisingly well. Okay. There's a Churchill now. I'm gonna need a little bit of APCR for him, but it's mainly this frickin' Bishop that is annoying the hell out of me. I hate bishops. It's just they have such a good gun arc. You know, both arties are, or 2 out of the 3 arties are aiming at me now. It's just, do I push straight? Probably not. I'm better off pulling back. I can play the SU 122-44 John. Like, I've played like 3 or 4 matches in it so far. It's a very good TD, but it's very team dependent. I think I have not won a match in it, honestly, yet. You know, you can get a lot of damage off from decent ranges, even with the accuracy. It's essentially the IS-6 gun, a tier lower. It's just, it does have its limitations being on that platform. Like most Russian TDs, very good gun, but the platform it's on really holds it back. Alright, I'm a little bit caught off guard here. That actually helps out a bit. It's just these freaking TD, or not TDs, SPGs are murdering me here. I'm gonna wait for them to, if this KV-1 needs my help. There we go. He'll be fine now. Hopefully I can survive the next SPG shot here. The name enough? Yes, I do. I have the Centaurian 7 and E3. So yeah, I can do that. Yeah, just mentioning a chat and tank in chat. Usually, I take that as a request automatically. Thank you, Bishop. You were just sitting there waiting for me, but still did it. We should be able to. Or still did my job. We should be able to win this unless something extremely funky happens. Alright, so let me add these requests here on. We have Descent 7, SU-122, T-110E3, the FCM-50, and the Type 59. Yeah, I can do all of them. Alright, so the SG-100Y up here. We had a view range, like I put optics on mine, and it's only at 380 with optics, because the base view range is pretty bad. And then the SG-100Y is kind of the same thing. I didn't put optics on this, and that's only at 358. Granted, I'm missing one crew member in it right now. So let's pop him in there. So yeah, it's pretty... Both TDs have pretty bad view range, but excellent guns, just very bad chassis. Hello, Adrian. Yes, I do have the Type 62. I can play that. What tank? Like the Black Prince? I know you like that. The what else? The Archer? But I will throw in between all these requests, I'll play a couple of the German tanks I'm grinding, since I got the OHO done, and I'll throw in a couple Swedish tanks too. But I do have plenty of time. It's not 9 o'clock yet, and I'll be streaming till 11 p.m. here. So, you know, I have plenty of time for, you know, any requests here. Now this tank, it's lack of armor and the chassis that really kills this tank, but when you can get the gun to work, 440 alpha for standard AP, lower pen, but 510 damage on its premium round, it's pretty ridiculous the amount of damage you can do in this thing. Now I'm going to try to set up here. Hopefully we get a spot across, but it's going to be iffy. We don't have anybody up here yet. Oh, the Matilda Black Prince? Oh god. I'll play it for you. This, I probably won't do well in it, because that tank is... awesome. Somehow I was spotted there. That's the only way for me to get spotted from that far is they have a tank right there, or he took a random shot and, you know, whacked me. But honestly, being spotted there, I can't move across there. You don't usually see me push across the center little river if I'm in a fast tank, because usually somebody else does it, but it is a fairly important thing to do on this map. So why don't I'll head on the bridge. Nobody else is heading on the bridge for the enemy, so I'll try to test my luck there. Hello, Igor. I can't read what you're saying right now. I don't know Russian, but I'll try to take a look after this battle. But welcome, regardless. I wish... hello, Just a Tomato. Nice to see you as well. Oh, I took that frickin' hit for that OI. I'm not getting any luck in this thing. Lord, that actually is a very big hit. Because now I can't take a shot. Alright. Well, thanks for stream sniping me. Not that there's anything you can do against that, but that's the price for I don't have a delay on my stream. Ah, Lord, there's a Strev over here too. This is where this thing is just so freaking large and unarmored. I'm just trying not to die here because I'm more useful to my team alive and capable of capping than I am really anything else right now. Shit, we just took... Hear this frickin' Cromwell over here. And really? 0 damage critical hit. Sorry, I'll pop back into this, Gary. Since this was a... It just... This is actually a typical match for what I see from the SU-100Ys. But, it's just... It's a very good gun. But... It's just no armor, and it's so freaking large that you have a lot of matches like that where you just get such bad luck because anything thrown your way is going to kill you. But, oh well. I'll pop back into it after this match here to get another go at it. I mainly bought that since I got it was on sale, but it's just, you can have some pretty funny matches in that thing if you can stay hidden, which I don't have a Russian TD crew yet, since I only have premium Russian tanks for TDs. If you can get a camo crew in there, you know, with pretty decent camouflage crew values, it's, not to say stealthy, but it's stealthy enough to where you can hide decently and fire right around the maximum range and not be spotted. But right now I have 0% camouflage on my crews. Alright, so yeah, typical match where nobody heads up here, so I'm not going to head that way. I'm not doing that. Yeah, pretty much, Michael. It's like Mountain Pass. That was a hard map there because, you know, I was sitting in the beginning waiting for someone to spot. Nobody spotted. So I moved up. I got whacked freaking near that OI when I wasn't even spotted. And then, yeah. But I was trying to play aggressive there smartly for... I know that's not exactly a great word, but, you know, I just... I definitely chose the wrong spots there. 38 Hesh for a Descent 7? See, it's like the Hesh rounds are useful, but honestly, I don't use them that often. I don't... Like, APCR on this is, I feel like, plenty for Descent 7. Like, Hesh is nice against... You know, when you're flanking tanks or versus lights and stuff, but I'd rather go with the APCR for the guaranteed damage. Let's see if I can get this 110. There we go. It's mainly what I've kind of stopped pushing into heavy tanks over here up this way. It's almost better to, or not almost, it's pretty much better to push through the town here from that other side, because so many people sit where those Scorpions were, and you just get smacked in high tier matches pushing up there. Can almost guarantee that there's a tank over in this sniper spot again. Yep. I'll try my luck. Ooh, Lord. There's 2 of them. Oh, I was about to say there's 1, and now, yeah, 2. I'll whack him with a Hesh round. That took off a little chunk of HP, almost 500. He's still sitting there. So I'm surprised he's still sitting there. I'm also surprised nobody else has shot at him other than this T-25 too. But yeah, Hesh can be, you know, shooting a lot of Hesh from this can be very effective. But yeah, I liked a little bit more reliable APCR. All right, there's no TD there. It's just I'm tempted to push up, but I'm gonna play this safer. Only because I only have half HP, but pretty much. It's a little bit too risky for me to play this one aggressive right now, especially with everybody pulling back. If the ST1 pushed up, I would have honestly pushed up with him. Alright, type 4. He's not looking my way, so I should be fine here. Let's get him tracked. He blew his repair kit. Would have thought he wouldn't have a repair kit, but it still works. Our T-54 and Scorpion should have shots on this guy here in a second. At least that's what it looks like they're going for. So I'll try to help out here. Shit. Just with him pushing now, I'm gonna get spotted. Yeah, that's our main problem. There's those TDs back there we can't see. We're about to see them. No, with this ST1 pushing up. When they fire at him, he should be able to light these guys up. If he doesn't die, that is. Very nice. Not very nice. Yeah, we got the Strev again. He just exited siege mode, or maybe not. There we go, very nice. Most people who have Swedish tanks right now don't have very good crews, so typically they go camouflage and don't have repair. That's why I chucked that shell that way. Alright, Scorpion G should have a little peek at... Never mind, he's dead. Sounds about right, Marshmallow. Hello, Will. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're not calling me disgusting. Granted, I can be disgusting at times. I always love when people, you know, PM you and start raging about stuff. But yeah, the Sen 7, like Uber had said earlier, you know, it's pretty much the best Centaurian tank currently. Like the Action X is very good, but the Sen 7 has a pinch more armor for its tier, and it just kind of works, if that makes any sense. I can take one shot here, but better for me just to hesh him. See you, Metro. I'll see you back in a bit. I won't play that Matilda Black Prince for you yet. Alright, they checked off there, so he should be dead ahead right here. Ah, never mind, he drowned himself. Awesome. What a good sport. He dove off of the dock back there. Yes, I'll hop into the SG-100Y. Let me get a personal reserve off here. But pretty decent match. Most amount of damage in the battle here. Did a little bit more than what I think was shown because I fired a couple times. You know, at spots that weren't spotted, but almost guaranteed TDs sitting there. And that paid off. I'm used to the hat by now, Will, but thank you. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to find something new since I'm really only gonna wear this up to around New Year's. And I'll have to find something else. Ryan, she may or may not. Like, really, she's only got 1 week off here before she basically essentially 2 full-time jobs with college plus teaching high school math. So maybe it's like right now she caught a pretty bad stomach bug, so you probably won't see her today. But like I did say, for those of you, quite a few of you guys sent Christmas wishes and some gifts and stuff. Thank you very much from both me and Ryan. Always, Michael. They're the best ones. Well, I just don't get about people drowning themselves is wargaming. The first patch when it came out, there wasn't a huge penalty, but they patched it like a week or so after, where drowning yourself actually you spend more money for repairs than you do, simply dying. So you're actually losing more credits for drowning yourself. It does not make any sense to do it. Like, yeah, you're denying someone a kill, but you're hurting yourself in a pocketbook. I know it's not a huge penalty, but it is, it's noticeable. Alright, so surprisingly, there's nobody here. I'm gonna actually head back up this way, because I don't want to be completely out in the open in this thing. Our north is hopefully gonna survive. Shit. Oh, really? Oh, I knew I was gonna take a hit there, but I mainly did it to kill the E-25, and I just frickin' tracked him. And he's somehow still alive. Why can't I get that lucky? Hell, I'll still spot it there from that little frickin' bastard. Hello, Mojo. Nice to see you. Which I said earlier in the stream, but anybody here in chat, if you leave your World of Tanks username plus what server you are on, I'll be picking one person sometime tomorrow to win 6,500 gold. All you have to do, leave your World of Tanks username plus your server. I can gift anywhere except for the Russian server and console Xbox servers. It's all you have to do to be entered to win 6,500 gold. He's kind of looking right at me. I should have stuck. Ah, shit. Oh, I thought I was on. Oh, I just reset my reload like a freaking idiot. Surprised he didn't get shot at. There we go. Thank you, M44. You've restored faith in my team. I think I get more critical hits than frickin' everybody. Not to sound like a conspiracy theory, but I get a hell of a lot of them. Hey, you're welcome, Mojo. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Wondered if anybody got lucky with all these gifts I sent out and got, a patent tank or something. Okay, this is... Yeah, that was too good to be true for a shot from me. Okay. I thought that was me for a second. Nah, I missed him. I want to help and push up. I guess me pushing up here is going to result in me dying and not doing anything. So there's still this Tiger 1 the VK3601, and a Hummel. Mainly concerned about the Tiger. I'm just going to inch up here a little bit. Shit, the VK is... Let's say I have a shot if he pulls back, but nope, I'll just bounce off of him again. But these matches have been kind of crappy. This tank is very situational, based off of the map and your team. But the gun on it can freaking tear things apart with the alpha damage. It's just the amount of times that's gonna be feasible is it's a bit limited, to say the least. Nope. I keep freaking hitting this guy. I guess hit him on the angled part. I hit him on the freaking strong little bits of his turret. Like, obviously there's like a curse on this tank for me. Ah, nice. You got a T2 light with it? Whatever a small little, what is it, AAA battery is. Ah, shit, I hit the rock. I think he knows I'm out here. There we go! Holy shit, I hit something. But yeah, there's just a little battery pack on the back of this hat powering these lights. Ah, nice. I'm glad I could help, a couple of you guys. Yay! Mastery Badge third class. I only have like 4 battles in this so far. Hello, Jerry. Nice to see you. Thank you very much, Jerry. So the next request up was the SG-122-44, so let's hop into this here tank. Don't have too many matches in this either. Hey, Cookie, I have a bit more time to put into it. It's nice, that more people are watching. Hello, Steven. Hello, Graham, as well. I'm not going to change much with my stream. I like the way I have it here. It's nice knowing people's names and seeing the same faces. That's why I'm hoping YouTube comes out with this. Essentially, it's in beta. I've talked about it. The sponsor button. That way I can, people, long-term viewers, I'll be able to give special stuff to. I just don't have access to it right now. Nice, Steven. Well, if you're playing PC, if you haven't created a... Ah, shit. We just have it. We have a team killer here. Awesome. Very nice. If you haven't created an account yet, or haven't, like you say, you're downloading, look for a World of Tanks new player code. I forget the one for Reddit, and it should be working. I know they had some problems leading up to Christmas, but maybe a couple people in chat here know some. But I think it's all caps, like WoT Reddit. It gives you some gold, some premium account, a free premium tank. I think the Churchill 3. But you can find, there's several of them. But I would definitely start out a new account with that. That way you start out with a free premium tank. It's just I think I can hit him, but I'm definitely seen. I just wanted to make that shot count. Cool, very nice. Which, if you do have a username, feel free, basically anyone entering their username and also their server in the chat today, I'm going to randomly pick one person, and they're going to win 6,500 gold. So if you're interested, just before the end of this stream here, enter that. goes to anybody, you know, not just new players. I'll be giving it out some point tomorrow. It might be after tomorrow's stream, since that's an early stream for me, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. But it'll be at some point tomorrow. I'll announce a winner. I'm glad I could help. It's like usually Googling, you can Google it, they'll pop up. But I'm pretty sure the Reddit ones should work. Very nice. Freaking Artie is focusing on me now. It's just in a TD. I don't want to be out here for too long. Ooh, I'm going to try to help out this SU-100Y because I know the struggle. Very nice. Alright, anybody able to hit that T-20 to get him off of me? That would be much appreciated. Hello, Mr. Dingo. I'll be able to take one hit from this T-20, so I feel pretty confident in pushing into him. Not that our team has a high chance of winning this, but... oh, Lord. Those SPGs snapped over to me pretty quickly here. Yes, like Gary said, there's actually an advent code. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I know if you go on, say, like read a status report, .live, they're all in there within the first couple new posts. I'm going to get hit here, but maybe not. Awesome. I'm more worried about the base and keeping these guys alive that I don't want to push right now. Thanks for the subscription, Mr. Dingo. Nice one, artillery. I'm just gonna keep moving just in case they're already snapshot it back onto me here. We need to worry about our base first. This is still going to be tough for us to pull off, honestly. Shit, I don't have... yeah, I don't have an angle on these guys. Oh, Lord. I've got this TD. Oh, this is not good. I guess I've got to make this shot count. Because I'm not going to get many other shots here with this TD coming up behind me. I think it'll be better off if I... there we go. Try to get him. Now we got a chance here. I just got to worry about getting the Skoda out. I'm going to stick with an APCR round. Whew, just because this is, you know, a pretty tight match here. I just don't have a repair kit to save me here if I get tracked. Very nice KV2. This guy's kind of shitting his pants right now. It's probably like it's hacked. I'm probably going to get RD'd, but I do have a decent repair crew in this. Let's take this slow. Oh, Lord. I almost flipped myself over there. Yes, Jade. Someone said Abdul got it from the last stream. He was here earlier. Thank you, Gary, too. Ooh, this is definitely gonna still be iffy. He definitely maybe saw me. Or not. This is, I think, the most amount of damage I've done in this so far. Grant, I've only played a few matches in it. Yeah, like I was mainly playing when we were down there not to make mistakes, and luckily the enemy, they came one by one, and that's something you never want to do. You want to stay kind of in groups and head up together, and they, made that mistake of, filing in between our reloads, and they paid the price. Very nice. I'm up to 7 kills now. And I killed 3 SPGs. I forget what specific medal. Very nice. KV2 got him. So pretty cool match here. Almost 3k damage in this. Almost 4 times my HP. Give or take a little bit. Only a mastery badge first class. That goes to show you how good this tank is. Which I'm going to probably save this replay too. This was a pretty decent match. Most amount of damage and a pretty good amount of credits as well. But yeah, it's essentially the IS-6's gun, more or less, like I said earlier, on, a tier lower tank. It does lack a little bit of penetration when you're facing off against a lot of higher tier heavies, but it's just so fun to play. I've wanted it for some time, but I've waited for it to be, on sale here. Alright, so after this request was the T110E3, but I'm going to slot in a tank I'm grinding right now before I forget. It's like the Panther. I'm getting close to the Panther 2 here. I should have that here soon. And Marshmallow, I think we have a couple people here on the Southeast Asia server. I would say there's about four people who play regularly. The gold Type 59, it's only found on the Chinese server unless you use a mod, and then you only can see it. But on the Chinese server, it is rare. They sold it for like $300, give or take, in their currency. And people actually TK people that play it because it earns more experience and credits than a normal Type 59. And since it's so expensive, people just, TK the hell out of them on that server, I believe. Welcome back, Metro. I figured you like both of these tanks, Graham. I've seen you play the SU-122 a couple times now. I actually see that the stream stuttered a little bit for me too. Yeah, it's something, it'll fix here pretty quickly. It's just sometimes YouTube, it hiccups a little bit. But my internet's holding well here. I haven't dropped any frames tonight. You can tell when my internet, has a kink in it. It'll drop like 80% of the frames until I fix it. And oh, Well, it's not Southeast Asia. It's the Chinese server specifically. Um, yeah, that thing is ridiculous over there. No, we didn't. You're the blocker today. As far as the decorations go, we talked about that a little earlier. A lot of people are stuck at like level 9, with one like left. It's just, it is mostly random. If you stack similar ornaments, of a lower tier, and try to level them up to say like a tier 5, it gives you a little bit better chance to get what you're looking for, but it's basically random. But here, I think on the 30th, they're going to sell, it's going to have really good gold to money ratio, and also chances to win premium tanks again. If you look on the holiday ops for all the servers, there's little boxes off to the right and left that you can hover over but can't click on. They should be popping up on the 30th to be able to buy specific ornaments. I know girls play games. It's just, not to say it's minority, but it kind of is a little bit. But hell, I think video games will work out for anybody. Like, they're young, old, boy, girl, really, that's the cool thing about video games. It pretty much works out for every type of person. It's not like you have to be like 6'5" and muscular to play a video game. You just need to be able to, well, more or less be alive. Because even people who, disabled, like Ryan's brother, he's able to play games. Like, he was playing the virtual reality last night. Alright, I do not want to fight at 112, but if I get a little bit of help here from these two guys, we will be fine. Which I found that they took out the frickin' T button, the attack button with T. It doesn't work anymore after the little patch that they did. Oh, it annoys me because I like using it. Sorry. You're like the sacrificial lamb there. The only chance I have at this guy. I'm going to try to keep plinking him here to track him, but I know I'm going to take damage. The only chance I have is to get to his side. Which he rightfully so is aiming at me. So he doesn't have a very good... Ooh, Lord. Actually very smart by him, but he's decreasing the... the value of his lower plate or upper plate. Whoa, dude. You're actually helping him here. Like, what the fucking hell, KV4? I hate when people do that. You don't pull in front of people like that. Like, if you shoot me just because you pulled in front of him, I will be angry. Like, he's looking at me, too. It's just you were helping him by pulling in front of him. I didn't mean to shoot you, but I don't get people like that. Hello, Martin. Nice to see you. Stay right there, little bud. Thank you. He was a little indecisive there. It's like I know you're on the Asian server, so I can't platoon with you, but I am soloing today regardless. I had a couple ask before I started, but some days I guess like soloing. But as far as people on Southeast Asia server, I believe the only one here right now is Abdul. A few other, like I do stream tomorrow morning my time. It works more, a little bit better for your time zone. I'm going to be streaming 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. That's about 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for you, give or take. Yeah, I missed him. Wanted to be able to shoot him without having to spot for myself. Only because I'm one-shottable here. Unfortunately, I can't play the Asian server. My ping is freaking terrible. It's like I can play the European server, actually. I don't, only because I don't want to spend money and time grinding a whole new account. But yeah, anything past that is a no-go for me. I do have an account over there, but strictly for posting on the forums. This guy gonna kill me. Unless I can get very lucky. Whew. Trying to keep my side extremely angled. Ooh, very nice. Thank you. SU-8. Even with tanks without a lot of armor, if you keep it at a certain range, close to the enemy, a lot of times people only aim at your lower plate, and it actually is a lot stronger since they're shooting down at it. And it really messes with people, to be honest. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to stay at a certain range where he was pointing really down at my lower plate and keep my side to where it looks like he has a shot at it, but right before he shot, I'd straighten out and it would bounce off if he hit me there. Doesn't always work, but you'll be surprised the amount of shots you can bounce based off of that, until they change the overmatch mechanics. That's unfortunate, Graham. I know last time I chatted with you, you said you were sick. Hopefully, you get better here soon. Ryan, she's currently feeling extremely bad. Yeah, that's why you guys haven't seen her today. Alright, so next up was the T110E3 for a request. Let's get this tank going here. Kratos. I'm up to the Oho right now in the Japanese line. Up to the Oho, the tanks aren't bad. Fully upgraded. They're definitely the main problem they have right now. Basically, the tier 9 and 10 are getting buffed in the next patch or the patch after that. They're getting buffed armor-wise, and they're also getting a new gun. It's going to be like a giant howitzer gun, essentially. My in-game... you're asking Adrian. My in-game name is the same across all servers. But, more or less, right now the Japanese heavy line suffers from the Oho being a little hard to play with the lack of gun depression, and basically all of their armor being easily negated by premium rounds. That's going to change here soon, but currently, right now, the 9 and 10 are extremely difficult to play. They don't have that many advantages over, other tanks because of premium rounds and their armor being a pinch weak. But, essentially pinch weak against premium rounds. But, the line's more or less... thanks for the subscription, Allison. Just because, they're very large and heavily armored. Mid-tiers work out better because a lot less people use premium rounds there, and you have less super high penetrating guns there. I would say kind of the hardest tanks in the line would be the Oho and then the stock tier 9. But more or less playing them, you still have to kind of play aggressive, but avoid fighting on hills because their gun depression doesn't work out because of their size. And really just stick with a couple tanks to where you're not going to get, pushed on very quickly, because you typically don't have a good chance at surviving when people are able to push on you and kind of single you out. We're in a really tough spot here where I'd like to push, but I can't push right now. Ooh, Lord. At least I got that dude. Thank you, Cookie. Yeah, they took that spot. Winning the center here is pretty critical early on because it messes up the 1-2 line and it messes up the center. It's just really our main counter to that for our team right now is our artillery. But they're going to be in trouble here soon if they're not careful. I'm probably going to regret this. Yep, I was about to say probably, and now it's certainly. I knew that this TD was out there still. Ooh, Lord. That's a heat round. Now I just gotta wiggle my way back and hope Artie doesn't delete me. I knew, yep, the ISU got me there. Oh well. I was trying my best to break that stalemate, but it would have been nice for this guy to now push up like he is now. But yeah, is this some in the E3? I could have went up north, but I wouldn't have honestly been able to do too much up there. I would have been spotted before I got up there and most likely killed. But oh well. Hello, Zeb. Nice to see you. All right, so FCM 50T is the next request. Which, if there's more requests, I'll gladly take them. I have plenty of time here. Yes, they are getting buff. Essentially, as far as armor goes on the tier 9 and 10 Japanese heavies, the angled section, so not the front part of their hull, but the two angled ones are getting a slight buff, just to bring them up to where when you angle it a little bit, they're not basically auto-penetrated by 9 and 10s. And then the guns they're getting are essentially, think KV2 guns ramped up to tier 9 and 10 levels. But you're still going to have a choice between guns. Hello, Foreplay. Nice to see you. As far as the things, the next patch, we're going to be seeing the new German mini branch. You know, the prototype mouses, plus the standard tank, the VK7201K, is getting a standard tech tree version. They're going to shift those around. We're going to see some more premium tank rebalances. I believe the M10 Panther is on that list, and there's a couple others. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Japanese heavy buffs are in that patch, the next one up. We should be seeing the sandbox slash test server popping up here, I would say, in about 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks at the earliest. See you, Graham. I do have a lot of tanks. If there's any you'd like to see played, if I have them, I'll play them for you. Swedish tanks, I think they're not for everybody. Like the TDs, honestly, anything below tier 7 isn't very fun to play. They're not bad, but I'm not really too fond of them. I'm going to be crowing them up here soon, but I'm mainly interested in the 8 to 10. Specifically the tier 9 and 10. Very good firepower, but extremely fragile and very one-dimensional as far as they don't fight well close up. But, you know, there's something different, and I think they're pretty fun once you get them set up properly. Alright, I honestly can't spot, or else I'm going to make a very, very, very early exit. So I'm going to shoot at the first couple little things here. I hope somebody's in this general area. But we do have this Oni popping up. Now they got two people. Alright, obviously they don't have as many people over here as you typically find. Shit. Critical hit. Granted, I'm lucky I even hit him. I don't mind critical hits, but at least give me a little bit of damage. Alright. This might... He's dead. I'd say it might not be worth it, but whatever. Holy shit, T-29. Why? Thanks. I knew I was going to get hit by the enemy, but... thought he saw me there. Kind of my fault for pulling in front of him, but at the same time, it was a very good chance of me pulling back, and he should have known that. Let's try to get... Nah. I'm dead. I should have just kept running away, but oh well. Sorry about that, guys. It wasn't my plan to push up like that. I should have played a little bit less aggressive. Alright, so Type 59 after this was a request. And then the Swedish heavies I like as well, but mainly 8 to 10. Essentially lower tier Swedish tanks aren't that interesting, so... I wouldn't exactly say that the Swedish are gonna get SPGs. They've talked about them, but they're not gonna put in those autoloaders that they have. They have a 14 round autoloader. It was 12 or 14. The Swedish for their branch. They're not gonna get that. And Wargaming, it's basically, if the SPG rebalance goes through well and people like it, then we could start seeing some new SPG lines. But until then, they're not gonna put in another SPG line until they rebalance, you know, SPGs through Sandbox. And as far as Polish tanks go, it's... honestly, I'd venture to say that we're not going to see Polish tanks until either very end of 2017 or early the next year. Really, the first half of this year looks like it's, again, rebalancing and, you know, small little tweaks, like he said, to, you know, the Carnivarn, the Conqueror, possibly the Chieftain, definitely German heavy tanks, those couple, or no, 3 new tanks, and then Japanese heavy rework. There's actually a medium for the American line. They're looking to get reworked a little bit, buffed, and a couple tanks shifted around. That's on the agenda for this year for Wargaming, but it's nothing imminent. And then the T95, T28, T28 Proto are actually getting a speed buff next patch as well. So one thing the Type 59 doesn't do is pull off very good shots like that. There's another one. Okay. It's just a lot of our team is camping here, which... it's a little bit annoying, but let's see if we can... oh shit, we have a Panther 2? Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen a Panther 2 with that gun on it. Honestly, not to sound mean, but you deserve to get shot if you use that gun on the Panther 2. Like, oh... is another miss, and it's an APCR round because of this IS-6, but... hello, Nice Cuppa. You're welcome. Glad you enjoyed the gift. Which again, for this stream, like I said earlier, anybody who enters their username and also what server you're on, just leave it in a message. I'm going to collect them all after the stream. One person's going to win 6,500 gold here. Trying to pull him around, but I'm actually more inclined to push somewhere else. There we go, finally. Sorry, I keep forgetting GG. I'll try to do it the next battle. Which, if there are other requests, I'll gladly take them. After this, I have the Type 62 up, and that was the last request so far. I'm trying to help you, Nashorn. Start chucking HE at him, dude. He just died, that Skoda. It's just I gotta play this a little bit safe now. Just trying to keep these guys proxy spotted. Nashorn, if I fall back, that does not do us any good. Not that I'm 100% safe over here, but I'm actually a lot safer than you would imagine. Come on. There we go. Got him out. I see the chat moving extremely quickly. Yeah, I'm not able to keep up with it right now. Only because this IS-6 is... He seems to be thinking a little bit more than the average player here. Typically, you know, an IS-6 would have pushed into me there. And I would have been able to take him out. But in this scenario, you know, he knows what he's doing. Now he's got this Nashorn in a good spot for him. I keep myself angled, but yeah. I got no premium rounds left. Good for him, bad for me. Help! Yeah, it's just close up here. My best bet is this. Take that shot. And of course I bounced. Go figure. Lord. I have a feeling I'm gonna die here. Or not. Oh Lord. I was hoping to go down the ramp. I don't think I'm gonna get lucky. Yep, a second time. But yeah, the IS-6's armor up close there, ever since they buffed basically that little hatch on the frontal upper glacis, you cannot penetrate them with standard rounds very easily. And he was moving around enough to where I couldn't damage him, but at least we got the win there. Whew, alright. Essentially, Martin, trying to catch up here. Alright, so KV tank for a request, but yeah, they're not doing like a huge rebalance in one patch anymore. They're just going to do it in small little bits. The main rebalancing that's going to happen in the larger chunks comes with tier 10 light tanks. That's going to affect view ranges of all tanks plus the tier 10 lights coming out. That's going to be in, I don't think the next patch, but the patch after that, tier 10 lights. Because they need a lot of testing still. And then the SPG rework as well. That's going to be, hey, this map looks familiar too. Awesome. That's going to be the other big change. But other than that, they're just going to be tweaking here as well. Hello, Mr. Chits. Nice to see you. Yeah, that feel. Shit. Sorry again, GG. I forgot saying your name. I'll definitely do it after this battle. But yeah, the Type 59, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they sold it again. Because it's not that great. Compared to what its reputation has. It's, I used a lot of APCR there for a reason. It's just not that accurate compared to, newer premium tanks with very good penetration and stuff other than like it has good armor for a tier 8 medium premium, but it just stat wise it's a little bit lacking when you come up against stuff with armor, and if it comes up against 9s, it's just you are at a disadvantage, which I don't have any problem with that, but I was trying my best not to face that IS-6 head on, and that definitely happened because I knew I was going to get schooled there because that guy was angling very well. Oh lord, that's not good. I'm gonna go hide. I'm probably gonna die here. Okay, that's not good. Nothing should be able to see me here unless I shoot. The problem is my entire team did not move out from the frickin' cap. We are so lucky the enemy didn't push up here, or else we would be 100% screwed. Like, yeah. My problem is basically I can't spot too well because a lot of our team is just aiming south, and yeah, I think I'm gonna try to keep wiggling around here. Ah shit. Thank you, Pershing. Much appreciated. You're definitely going to get me killed here. At least I might be able to take a little bit of damage off you before that happens. But, with my whole team facing... They're mainly shooting down the 1 to 2 line. I don't have really any support here, unfortunately. And this T-71 or the other tanks in the north are going to get me. Okay. Maybe I just have enough there. I know the little buggers. I'm just surprised nobody has pushed south yet. Like, they had 2 tanks spotted there. This guy's just gonna roll around here and kill me, and... Did anyone even shoot him? I think 1 person. There we go, 2 shots. Finally, thank God. Hopefully, I got a little bit of that spotting damage. We're gonna win that one, unless something bad happens, but that's still a little frustrating when, your whole team's facing down that one line. Why don't I hop into... You said just an IS-7 tank. I'll play the IS-7 here. Nice couple Abdul did. Well, unfortunately, I don't speak French, Mr. Tis. I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry, but Welcome to the stream anyway. Yeah, it's like basically the Type 59. It's just going back to that game. It's a good tank still, but basically the accuracy and lack of pen on the AP round does make it hard to play as a medium. If you're against heavily armored tanks, that's how mediums used to be balanced. But nowadays, mediums aren't balanced that way, so you struggle a little bit there. I do have the Object 140, John. Yes, I do. Um, as far as the game, Martin, like it's really a matter of perspective. Like they wargaming has gone into things before, like parts that they do ignore, but like things like Matchmaker and being a couple tiers lower and being helpless sometimes against higher tiers. Strangely enough, their main player base, like Russian server and parts of the European server, a lot of that player base actually likes that when they are top tier, and they're not really annoyed when they're bottom tier and a little bit worse off, because it makes them work harder to get up to tier 10 and stuff like that, where they can kind of, for lack of better words, like seal club lower tiers. But yeah, like something like that. I know you didn't specifically mention that. um, it's a matter of perspective. Like, different places, feel a little bit differently about different game mechanics. But I do agree that Wargaming, they even admit, like, they are pretty bad when it comes to fixing some things quickly enough. And, hopefully that's going to change here. But, it's something that they know they're not good at it, and everyone knows it too. But I still feel like, they have the best intentions. It's just, it can be hard to change a game that's been out for this long, without pissing off some group or your player base. Again, I have APCR loaded. I don't need it for this shot, but I really hope our other side pushes through here, because I'm actually gonna peel off here, because the other side, they have 4 tanks over there that are stopping them. But if you just push through the frickin' riverbed, instead of trying to push over the hill, you can actually push through easier, like this Bat Chat's doing. Like, I'm gonna have a potential shot on my rear here from this FV, but I'm mainly pushing over here to kill this T-30 and to free these guys up a little bit. I just gotta be a little bit careful. Oh, I did not think he had a shot on my lower plate. Awesome. Did not want to lose that HP. Yeah, now this FV, he knows he has shots on me. Not that I wanted to give him that shot, but I really wanted to get that shot on him, land it. Now, there we go. So let's say the meal can kill him. Kind of zombie. So it's kind of good to knowing they are going to be making these changes to the game, in small little increments instead of that huge rebalance that they were planning. But they're not going to be as drastic as once was what we thought. Because if they do piss off a huge chunk of their player base now, not only are they shooting themselves in the foot for this current version of World of Tanks, but they are working on it's probably not going to be named it, but World of Tanks 2.0, essentially, the successor to World of Tanks. Um, that's going to be coming out in several, or not several, but a few years. Um, they'd be dumb to piss off a huge chunk of their player base now, because that could, harm them more so in the future than, just in the present here. I wish I had an HE round loaded for that one IS-7 shot. Hello, Echo Baby. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for the gift. Which, crap, I forgot about you again, GG. I'm definitely not doing this on purpose. I was actually tempted to ram this guy right then and there, because I have the ramming perk in this. I probably would have survived. Well, as far as the mods go, cheating, it's not 100%. As long as the resource mod folder and they allow mods in the game without banning them completely, there are always going to be some level of them. However, honestly, a lot of them, I would say cheating is pretty minimal compared to what you might think. Like, they do have, they won't, they'll never come out and say how they do it, but they do have something actively running that can detect people using mods that they do not like. Now, some are in the gray area until they implement them in game or ban them outright. But more or less, they basically. I don't think there's that much cheating going on personally. Oh shit. GG, go! I forgot about. Oh, I'm gonna blame it on the eggnog here. But yeah, more or less. I don't think that Sorry again, GG. More or less. If I had to say a percentage of people, just like on the North American server, cheating here, like, I honestly think it's really low, because if you think about the player base of World of Tanks, a lot of people are, older. The average age of people playing World of Tanks is somewhere in the late 20s, early 30s. And the amount of people actually going on the forums in World of Tanks is pretty damn low too, compared to other games, and actually looking outside of just the game client. So I would say it's in a, like, bots are a different thing. There are quite a few people that use bots, but as far as cheating with mods, I would say it's well under like 4 or 5%. Like, I would venture to say it's around 1%, even lower than that. People outright using mods, like, I'll venture to say it's that low. But it is something. At least they're actually trying. Like, they've banned people, and it's not just them throwing numbers out. They've actually banned people in the past few months, and with each patch, we keep seeing them adding mods into the game. Eventually, they're going to make it, extremely hard to actually modify the game client with things that they don't want. They don't want to take out, like skins for tanks, UI overlays that don't really give you an advantage, stuff like that. Those are never going to go away, but actual cheating mods, compared to, a few years ago, and even when I started, there were some pretty nasty ones out there. Like, ones that essentially, when artillery shot, you could see their tracers the whole way. It's like, those things Wargaming can detect now, and it's definitely, they do patch them. Like, you used to not be able to play SPGs in a way, because every time you shot, people knew where you shot from. You lit up, on their screen, stuff like that. But as far as claims go, like, you guys see it sometimes. I get freaking accused on a semi-frequent basis of hacking and aimbots and stuff. It's, people just, for whatever reason, sorry, Yag Panther, people, you can claim and, throw accusations out, and it doesn't mean that they're true. Like, some people do still cheat, and I would say, as far as the percentage of players cheating, it is higher the more you go up people that go on forums and are more dedicated in the game, like who play clan wars and tournaments and stuff. Essentially, the more you're on the forums and know about the game, the higher chance that you use mods, and therefore the higher chance that you could be cheating. Now, it doesn't mean that everyone's doing it, but the typical player, I would venture to say, has never been on the World of Tanks forums. Like, and that alone almost means that, they're not going to modify their game. So, because you kind of, not the two and two go together, but to find mods, you have to actively search for them and see other replays of people playing with them, and yeah. But yeah, like, ever since I started doing regular replays again, if you guys look at the comment section on them, I honestly get accused of using aimbots and hacking for every single video I do, pretty much. It stopped here in the past week, but it was getting a little bit annoying because people were watching my videos that I was doing regular replays of over recordings, and the aiming circle, like, I can move with a free camera in the replays even without any modifications to my client because I don't use mods. And people were saying I used aimbots and I was hacking, and like they're reporting my video, and it was kind of comical because it's just me recording my voice over a replay, and I can move the camera where I can point specific things out. So it more or less, I don't know. But, wargaming is, paying more attention to it, fortunately, now. Um, Instead of just turning a blind eye. But honestly, the amount of cheats and stuff going on, it's very minimal. And when they do happen now, it is pretty apparent. It's like honestly, the one that's probably the biggest and most widespread used right now is the basically destruction of objects, and also zoom out if you can zoom out further. But sometimes later on in matches, I do my best not to run over trees or small little bricks and walls, because there are people using that where it does kind of ping the mini map where someone is, and if it's like 1v1 stuff like that, that's a huge leg up. Those two, they're the biggest ones I feel that are problems right now. It's like stuff like the aimbot and stuff. Honestly, they do help because they aim at weak spots and stuff and lead targets, but honestly, I don't think that they're that much of a leg up over actually, aiming yourself. But they are still bad, don't get me wrong. I don't condone them. Alright, Lorraine, you are exactly right there. So I'm gonna want to go right here. But yeah, I don't let it get to me. Like, I always message back people who comment and ask questions on my videos outside of live streams here, but yeah, I don't pay any attention too much to it. I'm sure if they like report it, if they actually did it, the person would be like, "Oh, we'll look into it." Then they'll just be like, "This dude's stupid." But what Nice Cup has said, as far as bots go, they are cheating. Like, it progresses you in the game, even though you're not playing well. It helps the grind, and it's cheating because you do progress. And also, I feel more heinous is it really messes up, other people's experience in the game, because, you're basically down a tank if you have a bot on your team. Even with the best botting programs, they're, pretty bad. Alright, so I got an ace tanker here. Awesome. I'm actually going to save that since I save all my ace tankers now. Pretty decent amount of damage. 4 kills. Which, GG, get ready here. I'm actually going to remember about you here. And I'll let you know when I hop into a match here, since you asked me to kind of count you in. I'll type in chat when I'm just about to head, which I don't think there's any other requests here. Why don't I hop into... I haven't played the Dicker Max in a... I'm going to play Tier 8. It's just something that's easier to get into. So I'm going to tell you in chat once I hit battle here. GG. Hopefully you're not in a battle. Nope, you're not. But really, as far as the zoom out thing, did GG get in? I don't think he did. He might have not believed that I was gonna remember him. But try GG. But essentially, like the zoom out thing right now, even wargaming, it's a... They say it's banned and they say it isn't banned. It's kind of a gray area still. You've run into tier 6, oh god! I'll play the 183, then the Sherman Jumbo after this, guys. Sorry, GG, for confusing you there. I am actually going to hop into maybe the Dicker Max as well later on in the stream. But I still have plenty, you know, I'll do those requests. I have plenty of time here. A little bit under an hour. Thanks, Nice Cuppa. I actually really like that IS-6. I was going to stream till 11, I believe, tonight. I think I have that up on my schedule. Hopefully it's not wrong, because I was gonna go to 11. I didn't drink a Red Bull and a little bit too much eggnog for no reason. I've had about maybe a pint glass and a half, so a lot. I know you asked that earlier, Uber. Yeah, I'm actually starting to freaking sweat here. This damn sweater. It's a lot hotter than it appears. Oh lord. Yep. Ah, shit. He tracked me. Crap, and he ammo racked me. God damn you. I don't get much ammo rack damage in this thing. Go figure. No, I got my engine damaged. Oh lord. What are the frickin' chances? Help me, team, help me. Take that. I knew I was gonna get shot by that guy, but... Go figure, no one's gonna shoot him. There we go. Maybe the AMX will. My only hope was to push into him, but nope. Well, that was a quick little match there. T-34 request. No, I didn't. So, thank you, Uber, for reminding me about that. Alright, so we got the T-34, 183, the M4A3E2, FE215B regular heavy, the Cromwell, Object 140. I did see that, come to think of it, earlier, so I'll add that earlier onto the list here. See, is GG still in a match, though. Alright, so the next... I'll play the T-34 up, since I did miss that request. Actually, that's actually funny, Uber, saying about that. Like, people spending money to grind out stuff. Wargaming has, you know, or clamped down on that and started, sending people cease and desist and stuff like that. It's not, foregone, like it's out of the picture. Like actually, I've been offered before not to play someone's account, but someone, like, I would never take money to platoon with people. Someone offered, to pay me hourly, which I don't think it was anybody here, but this was a long time ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, to play hourly with them so they could platoon with me, learn a little bit, and for them to get more, credits from winning. And I'm like, I'll just platoon with you. Like, it's like you don't have to pay me to play the game with you. But the T-54, 201 pen. As far as the T-54 medium, if you're saying about, or 201, like I use this gun on it. It has a little bit higher rate of fire, but heat rounds are the same between the two, and honestly, I do spam a little bit of heat out of it. But penetration, if you're asking why it's exactly 201, I honestly don't know. But something funny about that, Uber, as far as people playing, paying people to play their account for money or something like that. All right, GG. Here's your chance in the T-34 here. Thank you very much, Uber. Oh, I hit the freaking thing. I don't know where it cut out. But explaining that, I don't know where I cut the audio out. I freaking hit the mute button. Sorry, guys. For a very long time, worldoftanks.ru, was a freaking pay me to play your account. I'll get better stats for you, grind out this, and you have to pay me like X amount of money per hour or whatever. I'm glad that World finally got shut down. It's no longer a functional website, but it really pissed me off for quite some time. Oh, I freaking missed him, but at least he just 0 damage critical hit at me. I hate when I freaking hit the mute button, but I really need the mute button there some days. Really? Another freaking ammo rack in the tank? These 2 matches in a row. Like, I'm glad he freaking FE304 somehow bounced off of me. Like, about a minute. Sorry. I was actually very excited because I checked the website earlier today, coincidentally enough, and that's why I was so excited talking about it, because it's been bugging me for basically, about 6-8 months after my website popped up. Worldoftanks.ru popped up, and they're selling basically grinding services and more or less people, you know, like bad cheating mods and like selling people stats for money and accounts and stuff like that. It pissed me off to no end. But hopefully that's where some people, you know, they might accuse me for something if they saw that website. But I was definitely not affiliated with it at all. I keep trying to get, you know, like GoDaddy and Google and stuff, keep trying to sell me domain names like that. But honestly, I definitely don't, you know, make enough money off my website to afford more than the .com name. You know you want to pop out there. Me with my freaking 24-second reload time. You're holding out for $1. But, yeah, more or less, my rant is now over. But very coincidentally enough, that I freaking looked that up right before the stream, and you know, you mentioned it, you know, during the stream here. Very nice. Just gotta be really careful here, because that ammo rack screwed me in a bit. But very nice. Got him out. But but GG, if you finish your match before I do, I'll send you a platoon invite for one game here. Like, I'll be streaming tomorrow morning and early the next day. I can platoon those days. And coming up this weekend, if anybody wants to platoon too, I'll platoon those days. Yeah, I just had a long day today, so I wanted to, you know, stick solo. But I'll play a match with you, since I've forgotten about you for half the stream here. Well, the T-34, it has its role. Like, they did buff it this last patch, but its role, not every tank can, you know, have the best rate of fire or stuff like that. To me, I like tanks that feel different, and the T-34, you know, it's a mid-range hold down fighter. Like, does its job, like, you know, outside of like the T-32, which has its problems with its gun. You can't really find a better hold down fighter with the armor the T-34 has at tier 8, and it's a premium tank. So it's just, you know, it definitely does its one job well, and outside of that, you have to, you know, play it to its strengths. I don't know who that is. If it's someone on the stream, let me know. Alright, so next request up was Object 140. I'll see if GG gets out of here soon. If not, I'll catch you. I'm not sure how long he's... I'll hop into the next battle with you, GG. It'll be the 183 millimeter. Ugh. How did my dinner go? It actually went very well. Granted, I cooked from 1 p.m. until about 5:30, but it went well. I just had to basically stagger it and actually cook the vegetables earlier than like the meat and stuff, but it was actually pretty good. Like, I had mashed potatoes and crock pots and stuff like that, but it was nice. Like, luckily Ryan from her family has China to feed a freaking army as far as silverware dishes go, so yeah, everything was really nice. You're not going to find another streamer with, you know, drinking extremely spiked eggnog and a glowing hat on their head with faces of some viewers, Serb, Quickie Babies on here, and Uber is also in the center here. It's definitely not Sean Connery. For Mother Russia. I always like seeing funny usernames. Oh, crapola. Run away. Yeah, they knew that they could push there. We really need to win the center now. I swapped the heat because there's freaking E5s and IS7s. Granted, the IS7 heat won't be well against him. Ah, let me get back. God damn you. I'm glad you like a marshmallow. Yeah, I do my best. I don't like... I basically like to just show, you know, real gameplay. I don't like to edit videos much. Nor am I good at it, I'll admit. That has part to do with it. But, you know, I like to, you know, just show actual gameplay. It's like I want to start making a couple more, like, specific videos. Based off of, like, one, like, specific topic. But, yeah, now that the holidays are done, I'll actually start to be able to work on stuff like that. Crap, I don't have a shot at his cupola. So my only chance there would have been heat. Come on, I got an HE round loaded for you. So I'm surprised our field isn't doing better than they are. They have an advantage there. Granted, we have a little bit too many people shoved in this one little area. Really? I freaking bounced off his cupola. Really wish I had, you know, a standard round loaded for that. But at least he's out. Shit. Somehow that dude snuck in there. Like, how did you guys from the center let that happen? We didn't even spot him until then. I know I'm taking damage here, but it's more important we get that guy out. It's like, you guys, there's one E50M out there. Hey, I said it was you. Hey, I don't not believe you that you look like a Sean, or you look like Sean Connery. You know, I did pull that picture. You know, it's definitely you. But, I forget who, someone had said I looked like somebody. But I just forget who exactly they said it was, but I forget. You'll have to send me another picture to compare, Uber. Even though Graham said he does a really good Sean Connery impression. So we might have to see who is more Sean Connery than the other. Because now I'm getting a little confused between you two. Maybe that's why I call you Graham sometimes. Well, I went over why Sixth Sense, you know, feels different. You know, it mainly just comes down to them finally, which, you know, is through them basically making the server backside a little bit better. You know, finally improving the vision mechanics of the game. Which, because they've been improving the server a bit, it's essentially what the server calculates. You know, the HD maps, essentially better graphics are going to be coming along now sooner than initially they had planned. Well, exactly, GG. If your commander dies, you know, you don't have Sixth Sense. Sometimes you can, you know, forget that. Not a bad match here. I used a little bit of premium, I think. Yeah, heat, and I missed them, so I lost some credits. I'm going to send you an invite here. Alright, so I got a 183 request. Well, it's always been like that. The commander, if it dies, you know, you don't have it. But, you know, basically it's different than what it was. But, more or less, the difference between when it popped up before and now is a second or less. The difference between the last couple patches. But I know it is a difference, but honestly, 6 cents, I know it helps a lot of people, but it also, basically, it changes the way the game's played. Like, people play a lot more campy now. And it's just, if you look at old replays, the game was a lot more fluid and, not to say fun, but yeah. I'm not even going to go in that again. I should make a video about it, actually. Well, you do and you don't, but you do take them more often. But honestly, it's kind of how it should be. But that's my own opinion. Everyone's always gonna disagree about something, but I almost feel like they talked about it before. I'm sure it will come to one point where they remove 6 cents from the crew perks, the crew skills essentially, and give it to every tank in its current form or tweak it a little bit. That way, everyone has it from the get-go. So, see you, Abdul. Hopefully, you had a good weekend. I'll see you next stream. Have a safe trip home. But essentially, yeah, like 6 cents. I think I've said it before. I don't think it should have been implemented, but I don't like camping. But I think it's Object 140. I want to help you, but you're not in a spot where you're spotting anything straight ahead, so I can't help you. I think we have a 131 out here somewhere. Which honestly, I'd rather have AP against him, but I should have went to the other side. At least we have our mouse pushing up here. I think I'm going to play this differently, though, and I'm actually going to stick in the center. Very nice. GG. Looks like he's going to get that guy. When they do stuff like that, Uber, they've done it before. Any crew member with it, it gets reset, and you can repick perks. Whenever Wargaming does that in, a game, because they've done it in World of Warships, they've changed crew skills before in World of Tanks. Any crew member does get retrained for free, and you repick anything. You repick new skills. That's probably part of the reason why they haven't done it yet, because it's a lot of work for them to do something like that. Ooh, I'm not looking forward to this, but it's best that we... Yep, I knew that was going to happen. I won it in AP round, and, I low-rolled him there. But sometimes you just gotta gamble. Honestly, I wanted to push there, but I was afraid with those few mediums. But I could kind of tell that they didn't have that much defense over there. Whew, holy shit. Nice shot. Ooh, a little itty bitty tank, but I'm not confident in the accuracy in this. Glad my team's doing well here. But this aim time is gonna bite me here. There we go. There's the hit I needed. Well, that too. Right now, you know, they want to rework crew skills, but I think most people will agree they need to fix maps. Already light tanks. They're reworking, you know, a couple tech trees. They're rebalancing premium tanks. You know, they can't do everything at once. But they have mentioned about, you know, crew essentially switching it to something like World of Warships, the way captains work over there. And that's a pretty huge change if they do away with crews the way they currently are and switch it to like one tank crew, like essentially just a commander or something like that. I need to hit him on the turret, and I didn't. I'm gonna switch over to AP. But honestly, like I say the 183 isn't the easiest tank to play. It isn't. I don't think it needs a buff per se. It's just I always have to compare tanks with when I've got them. And 183 was a lot better when it came out because it had less armor, but it had more mobility, a better Hess round, and it was just better at its job. But I don't think it needs, you know, changed all that much. It's not bad. It's just the current game mechanics, you know, it's not that useful, say, compared to like a T110 E4 and E3, stuff like that. It's just, you know, since it is gimped gun depression wise and its armor's iffy but not great, you know, it just struggles sometimes. But other TDs, you know, they can lean on their armor, or, you know, they can basically load premium shells and punch right through people, whereas the AP round on the 183, its DPM is very low. Really, it's balanced around its Hess round, which is gambling, essentially. But, yeah, more or less. Very nice job, GG. That's why I had to make you wait for a while. You're going to show me up there. Alright, the Sherman here. I'll play the M4 Sherman Jumbo. Thank you, GG, for, you know, the quick little platoon there. Light tanks for play. You can find a lot of them. They have videos out now. They're basically testing them. They're stretching them to tier 10. There's you know, there are quite a few videos of the new tier 9 and tier 10 light tanks now. They're going to be coming out, you know, most likely not in this next patch, but the one after that. But I think I did go over it before. Essentially, you know, last year, Wargaming, the whole Rubicon patch, the one where they were going to make inscriptions and stuff on your tank, boost different crew skills and stuff like that, that got so much blowback by players, you know, they canned it. That got so many people. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you. I used the upgraded turret and the top 76mm, but the derp gun is not a bad option on this in the stock turret. I just like the added V range and firepower. Like in matches like this, you're kind of gimped regardless, but I like it for matches where I have better V range when I'm more, you know, closer to a top tier tank. Actually, I'm gonna head this way. But basically that patch Wargaming, it got the CEO out commenting on stuff. If you remember that, to a point where he was like doing media interviews and stuff. That got a lot of people, not to say fired, but repositioned within the company, and that really threw a wrench into development. They had to can a bunch of stuff and basically restart the time frame again. So we should be seeing better stuff out this year. It's just Wargaming, they're not the fastest development team in the world, it seems like. So at least the one that focuses on World of Tanks PC. It's like World of Warships, that's a different studio. Console, different studio. They seem to be able to pump some better stuff out, but PC wise, it seems like they take things a little bit slower, unfortunately. Honestly, I do not want to shoot him yet, because he can murder me here. Help me, team. Trying to damage underneath his turret. Maybe I get lucky and kill an ammo rack or something. He's not even trying to turn here. I guess I'll take... Oh, shit. Oh, crap. I almost died there. Thank you for not shooting me, Skoda. I appreciate it. Well, I'm not always the most... I don't always say the best things about wargaming, but typically I'm a pretty positive person. But you guys, from what I've seen in the patches coming up, it's like the next one, there's going to be some pretty neat little tweaks to lines and buffs and little changes. The patches this year look a hell of a lot better than last year, content wise and rebalancing. Like, they could always screw it up, don't get me wrong. My hopes are positive, but I'm still on the fence whether they're going to do a great job this year. But from what they have planned and have talked about, it will be a pretty good year for World of Tanks PC. I have a feeling someone's going to cross here, but we'll see. They're never going to change Matchmaker. Don't get hung up on that. I was talking about earlier how perspective is definitely different between different groups of their players. Russian players, European players to an extent, they like the ±2 Matchmaker. I should be able to squeak through there. Oh lord, I can't squeak through that. Don't pen me, and he penned me. Oh well. At least I did 1700 damage in a Jumbo German in a tier 8 battle. Granted, the Cairnavon gave me a lot of it, but still not bad. But honestly, like, it does suck being, bottom tier time after time, but it does keep the game kind of fresh because basically if you're fighting the same tiers every single battle, I don't know, it's hard to explain it, but essentially it's more of a problem on North American server, SEA server, because of the lower populations. Like certain tiers, if you're not playing tier 6, tier 8, 9, and 10, you're going to be on bottom more often because the other tiers have less population in them. But essentially their main player base, like the Russian server, they like the difference in tiers because sometimes you're top tier and you can smash the little like plebeian tanks and basically feel like a god sometimes. But I do think something to get around that, whether or not they do it, when they're going to be rebalancing premium rounds, stuff like that, um, introducing light tanks and messing around with the V range a bit, um, they could do something like World of Warships where the HP values in between tiers is a little bit less dramatic. That would help out a lot if they kind of condense that to where you don't have like these huge jumps. Like a tier 5 has like, say, like 550 HP, and then you're against a tier 7 with like 1500 HP, something like that, like a Tog or something. Um, Even though Tog's not tier 7, I think. Again, um, blame it on the eggnog tonight. But more or less, I think that's the way that would be better for them. But to go, whether or not they do that, who knows. But the difference between Matchmaker, like I used to play when, it was plus or minus 4. And that's where the Type 59's, reputation came from. When the Type 59 came out, you were facing like M4 Shermans and stuff in it. And it would just freaking wreck those tanks. Like, they had no chance to freaking do anything against you outside of HE rounds. But essentially, plus or minus 2, I think, is a good mid ground compared to what it used to be. And for people who say that Wargaming doesn't listen to other servers, they're actually on record with saying the plus or minus 2 Matchmaker, essentially 1 year, I forget who the community manager was at the time, but the Chieftain was around at that point too. They made a presentation in front of, the Russian developers and staff, the North American manager at that time, and the Chieftain. And essentially, they did convince them that plus or minus 2 Matchmaker was better, and it did specifically come from the North American server. So you can basically remember that next time someone says they don't listen, which I just got rolled over by the hill, which is no surprise every single time in counter mode here. Win the hill, win the match. If you don't win it, then you better well have 3 people in the cap, which we do not. See you, foreplay. Essentially, nice couple. I was expecting to get caught on fire a couple times there. Yeah, I can platoon Friday. Just shoot me a message in game. Alright, so we got the Cromwell up after this. But like I've beta tested and like closed alpha tested a few games. But honestly, listening to the player base, like sometimes it seems like a vocal minority or majority and stuff like that, but it is tough, for them to make huge changes. Like, say, Matchmaker, tightening it up. It works on Blitz and stuff because that was the goal from, the beginning. And, it would be a huge change at this point. Now, they are working on, the successor to World of Tanks for, like, PC. Whether or not we see that, soon, who knows? Like, I think it's going to be late next year. We might see glimpses of it. But, more or less, that game might have something different as far as Matchmaker and stuff. But to see it in this current version, I think it's a bit of a stretch. Thank you, Uber. Much appreciate it. Yeah, I can play the IS-3, John. I still got time for probably 2 battles after this. Yeah, the Ram 2 is not a bad tank. I don't know if I still have mine. I think that might have been a tank I sold, actually. Wait, I sold a couple premiums before. I kind of regret it if that is the tank I sold, but, Alright. Armored Warfare? Like, Wargaming, they have a... It's like, I haven't seen the NDA personally, but from a couple people, like, can't say who, talking about it. As far as the NDA on their new undisclosed tank game, essentially World of Tanks 2.0. That's not a real title. It's just what people refer to it as. Pretty much the NDA is if you release stuff about this, you're pretty much getting the shit sued out of you. Like, we will sue you over your shit. Like, like we'll take everything from you. Whether or not they would actually do that, who knows, but pretty much anything you're going to see on it is taken down almost immediately. So I'm extremely surprised this guy's able to push out this far without being flanked. Okay, Jackson. Ah, there's the ammo rack. Oh, Lord. I need to run away from that little guy. Stop following me. Shit, I just got ammo racked again. Whoever said I was gonna get ammo racked, I hate you. Granted, it was in a different tank, but yeah, there we go. I did not want to be the first one to die on my team. Yeah, I can play the T20. Highest tier German light is the VK, what is it, 2601? Something like that. How many how many hours of play does that get you? It gets you one battle. I'm just kidding. I kind of joke, like I help my family out with doing, stuff and whatnot. I am the youngest out of all my siblings, but sometimes I joke, like, I'm not cheap. If you want me to do something, I don't come cheaply, like, as far as, like, cooking or something like that. Who's gonna be the first one? It should be the Ram 2 here. I'm starting to get a little bit of lag for some reason. It's like a game of chicken. I'm actually gonna bow out here. Because, honestly, if those two guys were smart, because they're outnumbered here, they would push in, kill myself and the Ram, and oh, I knew that was coming. They would have tilted it back into their favor, because we still haven't won here. Sweet. Oh, I wish I didn't have an ammo rack right now. Alright, he is now loaded. That little FV304 just almost got me there. Ooh, I can flank behind the KV-1 now that the Ram 2 pushed through there. Since I have this ammo rack, oh shit, that SG-100Y. That's not good. At least he still has 1 HP, but honestly, I'm gonna push straight here. Whew, gotta love knowing that you can shoot through those frickin' doors. So many people don't know that. Not that he was even facing me. I'm gonna let this VK pop around here and... oh, never mind. Did you add camo? Yes. Or wait, no, you can't add camo to that. No. that doesn't allow you to add camo to it. Alright, so the next request up, I believe, was... We have T20, IS-3 as far as those two requests. And that'll probably be it for tonight. Got the most amount of damage here. Very nice. And still made a little bit of credits. Alright, so why don't I play the IS-3 first. Then I'll hop into the T20. If I can find the IS-3. There it is. Well, the Cromwell B, it's essentially just a standard Cromwell, but you know, it does have differences, so honestly though, the Cromwell, you know, it is a very good tank, but I usually don't have any problems facing them. It's almost solely based off of DPMing people and zipping around and then missing them. If you actually hit them with a higher alpha gun and bounce a few rounds off of it, then or from it, you know, it's not that great of a tank in my opinion. It's just an inaccurate light tank. I might regret this if my team does not push up. Okay. Really? Alright, you can push through there. That should pull this T-34 up. I'm just waiting to see his gun. Hey, you wanted to go up there, dude. Shit. I let him in. Thank you for angling that way. I don't know why this 50-120 wanted to push up there. Always try to give enough of a shot on my side. I'm not immune here, but trying to bait that T-30. I guess bounce off him. T-34 into shooting me. Now that 50-120 is gonna be like, oh, you guys didn't help me, and he's gonna be pissed off. But hey, that was your own fault, dude. All right, I'll blow my repair kit here. Now I'll actually push in a pinch more. Crap. I'm just waiting for this Tiger 2. Grab that guy off. Shit. I guess bounced. I'm screwed now. I don't have any help. This Liberté's back there. Come on. Nah, he tracked me again. God damn you. I can't believe I pushed in like this. I thought I was fine, but they basically pulled off of the frickin' Tiger 2. I hate myself for doing that. Not that our team's doing very well, but that's when you get when you have people just sitting out there and they're getting artied, but sorry about that match. That kind of sucked. Alright, so T20 was after this. That was not very good, me pushing like that. Granted, it didn't help that I bounced that shot, but yeah. Well, basically, Graham. I didn't want that guy to push out. We would have been we would have been a lot better off if at 5120 I was trying to sit where I was initially, because the enemy will push up like that low. You can hit them through that little gap, then you just let the enemy slowly make mistakes like that. So unfortunately the 5120 pushed out there and I wasn't going to help him. Like I would have, basically we both would have died. So I was just me. I screwed that up, but I would have lost that match anyway. Our team, for whatever reason, like they had a pretty decent edge on medium tanks for their top tiers. We decided to fight outside of the town instead of just hammering them on the town. Whoopsie daisy. I was going the wrong way there. Honestly, I don't like the cap zombie. It's like 9 times out of 10, if you lose the hill, you lose the match here. Like even if I'm not in a tank that works the best on the hill, I'm still gonna head up there. You almost never can cap this. Hopefully I don't get shot by my own goddamn team. Trying to get that TD and whatnot to back off here. Whew, I don't know how I missed that E8. I actually like when people sit on that corner. It's very easy to pop out and hit them without taking damage. Alright, they're flanking. I will gladly flank with them because they don't have a lot of people up on the hill, so this should be pretty easy for us to take this. Oh, Lord, 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 what are you guys doing? Stop freaking... I don't know why they all stopped there. Didn't really make any sense. Ooh, better him than me. Just trying to get away from where they can freaking shoot me from down there, because they went to the cap. I just gotta wait for somebody else to push out down here. Even though that E2 isn't even paying attention, honestly. Don't hit me, please. I'm gonna be turning around here. And I bounced. I'm trying not to use any APCR because really I don't need to, but hopefully those couple little bounces don't come back to bite me. Yeah, like I don't know. Encounter mode, the name kinda implies more fighting than. To me, encounter means you're encountering the enemy and basically brawling it out to them. And most matches or maps for encounter mode, if you think about Malanovka, El Haluf, you have this map, then I believe there was a couple older encounter modes they removed. They're almost all geared towards brawling it out with the enemy and less about capping. Granted, we are very close to getting capped out here, honestly. I'm looking at where we're going to find this heavy tank number 6. I'm a little bit concerned about that. There he is. But I'll gladly swap over to APCR now. And we're going to get it. But it's very hard to cap out on Himmelsdorf. It's just not a large enough map to be able to, you know, cap before the enemy gets over to you. There I go, trying to go for the kill shot, and I hit the frickin' post. But the only way to cap out is to place like 4, 5 tanks, preferably. Because if you have 5, the 3 in the center along this line is hard. They're hard to damage. If you push hard and grab that in the beginning, there is a chance for you to win. by capping out. But if you don't do that and you kind of just sit there and, you know, jerk around, then you're not going to have a good chance at actually capping. So I'll pop into one more match here. I'll play the IS-3 again, but not a bad match, 1400 damage. IS-3, this will be my last battle here. Tomorrow, my stream, I'll be playing 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. EST time. And for Wednesday, it'll be 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. EST time. But basically for encounter, it's very rare. Like, probably the map that you're most likely to cap out is the, was it Steeps or Steps, whatever. That map, you're most likely to have a good shot at capping if you put like 2 people on it and the rest of your team pushes out and takes that half of the map. Then you have a decent chance. But most maps you don't. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It was, you know, it was a pretty fun stream here. I'm glad a lot of you guys could, you know, catch it. Now, for those of you who might have missed it earlier, if you put your username in the chat and also what server you're on, I'm going to be tallying them up at the end. Tomorrow I'm going to give away 6,500 gold to one of you guys. And it might be after the stream tomorrow, since it is, you know, earlier stream in the day. You know, Ryan's not feeling good either. But, you know, one person has a chance to win here. I used to, John. Clan Wars, I stopped. It's just... the way Clan Wars is, it's really fun and competitive. But, more or less, it's such a time sink that... Especially with how they change Clan Wars into campaigns, I don't have time for that, honestly. But it's fun for some people. I would never take it seriously again. It's like your first job, essentially, Clan Wars. But yeah, I used to do it. I used to come up with strategies, call battles. Back then there wasn't strongholds, but I used to do whatever it used to be called back then as well. Skirmishes or whatever. Whew. I just barely bounced off of him. Whew. Nice ammo rack. Alright. T-57 pushed up. I'm going to see what this E4 does. Their arty's out, so that helps us a little bit. Sorry, E4. I'll let you get off there. Ooh, Lord. I bounce off of him. Whoop. You go, Action X. Whoa, 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 E4. Not that I'm trying to take damage here, but I'd much rather me take damage than our E4. Oh, Lord. Now, I don't want to take this much damage. I keep forgetting I have my repair kit in a different spot here than my other tanks. It keeps screwing me up. Very nice. There's that IS-3. I am angling the IS-3 here. More or less, I'm trying to make that little spot that's flat on the upper glacis very small for them to hit. You know, angling your IS-3 isn't always a bad thing, because basically most of these tanks can penetrate me anyway, so I'm better off keeping my gun out there and keeping a section that can bounce those shells rather than keeping myself flat like a lot of people suggest, because it's a pike nose. Well, your upper glacis can't stop shit, so you're better off angling. That way when they shoot at you, this is going to auto bounce them. You have your strong turret. You have part of your side, that space armor that trolls the hell out of people. Plus you have the track section. So that's why you always see me angle the IS, or not always, but most of the time angle the IS-3. because the upper glacis honestly can't stop anything outside of lower tiers and the occasional tier 8 round. There you go, Tank Companies Mojo, thank you. I was drawing a blank. Yeah, thank you, John, for the compliment. But yeah, what I called Clan Wars, like, some guys actually thanked me for when I kind of quit. Essentially, the clan I was in, there was a difference of opinions. Like, some people got their feelings hurt when I started calling battles because, not to say I was too good, but they were a little upset when I told them, like, hey, I'm doing this. Like, I'm calling this battle. This is my strategy. And, you know, they got their panties in a twist. So I just ended up, this isn't worth it. I'm just going to do my website videos. Much happier. I usually don't play on the West server unless someone, you know, invites me to platoon and they're on it. Then I'll join it. It's just my ping is about 60 milliseconds higher on average on the West server. Yeah, I can platoon tomorrow if anybody wants to. Just send me a message in game and let me know. But I will platoon, you know, any other day this week if anybody wants to. The longer 3-hour streams, like I'll platoon, you know, for half the time. But yeah, I can platoon tomorrow. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Nice chatting with a lot of you. Like I said, you can keep adding your names here. Like I'm going to be copying them for the next couple minutes, but if you have a username in World of Tanks, put your username and your server. One of you are going to win 6,500 gold at some point tomorrow. I'll gift it. But thanks again for watching, guys. My next stream, of course, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow, EST. The rest of my schedule for a week is in the video description below. And that's going to more or less likely be the schedule I'm sticking with for the next few weeks. But thanks again for watching, guys. And hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow. If not, see you some other time. Have a good one.